Who will be our next PM? All this and more on Weekend News Roundup.
One Andy Burnham supporter this morning wasn't waiting for the handover of power.
Hello, Prime Minister.
Andy Burnham said the message from voters in Makerfield was they'd give Labour one more chance. He believes that can only happen with him as Prime Minister.
This now is the change moment. We have an opportunity to turn the tide, to make the country feel like it's working again, to make people see that politics can make a positive difference, to make people feel hope again.
Yeah, go on then.
It was left to one of his loyal lieutenants, the former Transport Secretary, let go by Keir Starmer a few months into office, to spell out the plan a little more directly to the Prime Minister.
I hope that Keir Starmer reflects on this, on the victory today and the resounding message from the people of Makerfield and thinks very deeply about what's in the best interests of the country and the party.
The Prime Minister saying that he's going to fight that challenge all the way. Is that dangerously divisive?
I think a leadership contest is not in the best interests of the country, the government or the Labour Party, and I hope Keir Starmer reflects very deeply on that.
Andy is surprised by how much you won by.
Andy Burnham scampered away from journalists trying to ask questions. Keir Starmer is still insisting he won't just fold up his tent and surrender office. If Andy Burnham wants it, he must challenge for it.
Do you still plan to take part in the imminent leadership contest?
Well, there isn't a leadership contest.
But when there is,
at
it's
the
imminent,
moment,
Prime Minister,
there
isn't
isn't one at the moment. But as I've said on many, many occasions, I don't think that's a good thing for the country. But if there is a contest, just to be clear with you, then yes, I will run, I will stand, and I've said repeatedly, I'm not going to walk away from that.
Back at the shadow government taking shape in Makerfield, they were unimpressed.
I think it's more about how we take forward this message and this style of politics into Westminster.
Well, Keir Starmer said that he's going to fight the leadership challenge, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a contest. Could that be dangerously divisive?
I mean, potentially, but Keir Starmer says a lot of things, and that's part of the issue he's got.
Tonight, the Transport Secretary, Heidi Alexander, has told the Prime Minister it's time to step aside, adding to the list of those who were in the Cabinet at the time of the May local elections and are believed to have told Keir Starmer he should prepare to leave. Two of them have since quit. The Prime Minister is still insisting he will not just walk away.
I was elected here to serve my country with a mandate that we secured at a general election 2 years ago, a very considerable mandate for change. We are carrying out that change.
Both camps have been canvassing backbenchers. Today, some who backed Keir Starmer as recently as only a few weeks ago turned on their leader.
I was happy to support him when the competition didn't look so good, but it looks a lot better now, frankly. And I think that I reflect what a lot of my colleagues are thinking. This is very sad for Keir Starmer. He's a good man, and in many ways he's done a fantastic job. But the public hasn't bought into that, and the anger on the doorstep against Keir Starmer personally means that I don't think there's any way back for him, sadly. But Burnham has proved himself to be somebody that people trust.
Compared how parties contesting Makerfield in the general election fared, Labour has upped its vote. That doesn't normally happen for a party in government. Reform are up slightly, others squeezed right down and losing their deposits. Compared to Labour's disastrous local election results only last month, when Reform won almost every single seat in the area, Labour is up massively, and the Reform vote fell back badly. Votes for the other parties, again, went elsewhere. Inside Reform, a pained post-mortem has started on how they cope with a far-right challenger party, Restore, taking some support, and with anti-Reform tactical voting. The party insists their main problem in Makerfield was Andy Burnham stealing their anti-Keir Starmer lines.
The size of his victory is a reinforcement that people want this Prime Minister gone. We had our own Reform voters say, actually, in order to guarantee to get rid of Keir Starmer, they were going to vote through gritted teeth for Andy Burnham.
At the declaration last night, Andy Burnham suddenly realised he'd turned up without the final draft of his speech in his pocket. Some worry there's nothing like a plan ready for taking over in government, but his policy team have been accelerating their work throughout the by-election.
You're working on a place agenda for government. How's that going?
Well, listen, one step at a time. For me, it's really important that a politician like Andy is now in national politics. I think he brings a lot of experience from Greater Manchester.
Everyone knows that politics isn't working. Everyone can feel that the country isn't where it should be. Tonight could, just could, be the turning point. From here on, I will give everything I have got to make it so.
Andy Burnham is now in a standoff with the Prime Minister. Few think he'll lose it.
How are you feeling?
I'm going to go and have a pint is what I'm going to do. So that's.
But keeping things as civil as possible, avoiding a political street brawl, is the immediate mighty challenge.
Until next weekend, goodbye.